I trusted people too easily. I got conned. At age 20, I lost all my life saving to a con artist that promised me to buy me a gas station. But through it all, as when it comes to friends and colleagues, you have to take it as a lesson and move on. You can't let that bear you. You have to move on. And as far as ventures, I've learned to diversify and not have all your eggs in one basket. It's been great, but it was hard. It's been hard, and it wasn't easy getting here. The first 20 years, I would say it was like hell. Well, first of all, take out the word can't out of your vocabulary. You have to have a mindset that you can and you will achieve the American dream. And look at me. I came here at age 14. I didn't know anyone. I didn't speak the language. I lived in a car. I was practically homeless. I went to college for only 2 weeks because I was eager to make money and everybody was goofing around. I would say be a sponge, absorb knowledge. Knowledge is power. Surround yourself with like-minded, oriented goal people and get out of your comfort zone. Challenge yourself. Unless you challenge yourself, you don't grow. Stay in the game no matter what. You're gonna fail. It's just given. In the process, I call failure process to success. And you just have to study the failure, apply to your game plan, make corrections, and get back in the game. Never give up.
I always knew anything I'm doing early on is a stepping stone.
You don't have to have $1 million in your pocket to be successful. Life is like a road trip in the way that you have to know what your destination is. Happiness is different for everybody, and not everybody needs substantial wealth to be happy. But maybe luxury cars are what you are striving for. Whatever your dream is, you have to figure out what it is first. So envision that destination and have patience. Don't trust people too easily, and be careful when selecting your friends and colleagues. Mistakes will happen, but just learn from them and move past the hard moments. Take the word can't out of your vocabulary. Know that you can and that you will if you put your mind toward it. Absorb knowledge wherever you can and surround yourself with like-minded people. Get out of your comfort zone and be willing to take the chances you need to take to be successful. And when those failures and mistakes happen, don't give up. Make the changes and adjustments you need to make in order to get better. Your motivation and drive to succeed can be anything that you need it to be. More importantly, do whatever it takes in order to start building yourself up. No matter where you start off, if you put in the time and effort, you can begin to see results. Get out there and just start. Look for things that you can use to add value to your life and learn to identify where people may be undervaluing what they have. Wait for the right moment to get in the game, whatever your game might be. By investing your time and money into the wrong area or at the wrong time, you will end up moving backwards, not forwards. Most of all, no matter where you start, you have to put in the work to succeed.
And I think $1,300 is what I put out of my pocket to buy the home. And then a year later, sold for $80,000 more. That's how I got started in real estate. So I think that really was built my personality. I had to grow to be a man, in rather quickly, and then try to, reach that financial independence to get my parents, from that financial suffering. So that became my motivation, I think my drive, early on. I had to do what I had to do. I couldn't speak English, but I was trying to help out my dad, make money. So my first job was dumpster diving. So, every time I took the trash out, I saw people left stuff outside the dumpster and I couldn't understand why. Hey, there's a toaster, a dining set, a chair. I'm like, hey, that stuff is still good, it's not broken. So I would haul them back to my patio of the apartment. And then after, a few months, we had a whole bunch of stuff stacked up in the patio. And across from our apartment, there was Orange Coast College, which had swap meets on the weekends. And me and my mom used to walk over there and buy used stuff, for the apartment. So we decided, hey, why don't we get a couple of spaces and sell the stuff we've been piling up in the patio,
Yeah.
So that was my first job, selling used stuff at the swap meet. And also it taught me to negotiate,
Well, first things first, I look at a property that can add value. If there's a property, let's say brand new shopping center with 4 tenants, a Starbucks, Quiznos, 7-Eleven, and cleaners, I don't buy that property. There's nothing I can do to it. Fully leased, it's new shopping center. So I've never bought anything like that, So I look at for a property that's got some vacancy, it needs some TLC, and no loving care, and the rents are below market, price per foot is below market. So basically there's gotta be some kind of a value add play to the property. And once you identify that and you can check the comps and see, okay, this is the property now and this is what a block away similar properties getting rent, So you just kind of check out the comps, and if there's enough meat on the bone, then I make an aggressive offer, and then art of negotiation is a whole different subject. How to get the most discount and use the best way to leverage against the seller. But so how I identify the property that you can add value, okay, and then purchase it, and then have a game plan. But more importantly, back to what I said, you got to be buying it at the right time.
At the right
Even
time.
if you identify that in 2007, nobody wants to lease
so
in
true.
recession.
Yeah.
People are backtracking.
Yeah.
They're downsizing.
So I've done many businesses. I had a supermarket. I had a door-to-door sell business, selling prepackaged foods, nuts, and over, as I failed at each business, I realized real estate is a way to go long term. When I had my mortgage company, I was qualifying the borrowers for their refinances. I noticed all the wealthy borrowers that had high net worth, they all had a big real estate schedule on their loan application. So I'm realizing, well, you know what? Every wealthy person I take a look at, real estate's a big part of their holding. And so my first property I purchased, I was 25 years old. It was 1996. I bought a bank-owned home in Garden Grove for $142,000. Used my commission. I was a real estate agent. Used my 3% for down payment, and I think $1,300 is what I put out of my pocket to buy the home. And then a year later, sold for $80,000 more. That's how I got started in real estate. I repeat the process. I bought 2 bank-owned homes, and then within 2 years, I had enough cash to start commercial property.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more content.